Welcome to Transform Now, the podcast brought to you by robotic process automation pioneer Blue Prism. Digital transformation has the potential to reshape the way companies service their customers, engage their employees, and manage their operations. Whether you're looking to develop strategies, tactics, and best practices to positively impact the future of work, or you're curious to learn how other companies have successfully navigated their digital transformation programs, then this podcast is for you. We're here to help you transform now.
Rachel, thanks so much for joining us. Just start by telling us about your role at ASB and what services that you provide.
Thank you for having me. So I can tell you that the Intelligent Automation Capability Lead in the wider automation team here at ASB. My role is to look after the governance, ways of working, delivery, and the people management for our Automation Centre of Excellence. ASB as a whole, we do provide finance opportunities for customers, so across retail through to business, right through to investments and KiwiSaver transactions. The reason that our automation team is in place is really two reasons. So firstly, like most of the corporates, versions of automation have been around for the past 20 odd years. In the last 5 years, this has rapidly been increasing to become the new norm of supporting your business and your people. By automating some of those repetitive and mundane tasks to enhance your customers' experiences. And secondly, our team really exists because of Barry Coughlin, who is our head of intelligent automation. He's an exemplary leader in this space and has the most amazing concepts of tying together the fast-paced world of automation as it evolves.
And of course, banks like yours have been having very challenging times. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like most companies across the globe with COVID-19 pandemic on everyone's doorstep, we've all witnessed significant shifts in the way people are working and the need for automation to come to the forefront to support our people in a trying time. For example, in our operations team, demand for a process that usually has quite small volumes increased by 800% because of different alert levels and lockdown stages. It became one of the only ways for people to open a business.
Mm-hmm. So even before the pandemic, I imagine you decided to employ or deploy a digital workforce. What led you to do that?
So like most people watching the banking industry, we started seeing success in the programs and more talk and hype about the fourth industrial revolution, which sparked the curiosity to try a proof of concept to experiment and explore. We've moved forward from there and we've never looked back.
Mm-hmm. And what areas of the business are you currently using intelligent automation?
It's a good question. So lucky that at ASB, we had a great change management in place when Blue Prism was first introduced, and that helped us open up pockets across the whole organisation right from the get-go. There's only a small handful of business units we have not yet supported, and yet being the ultimate word, as we would like to help all the teams eventually.
And what about the results then? What impact are you seeing in terms of return of investment in the business for using digital workers?
Yeah, so our program's been live for just over 3 years now. And even today, I can say the impact varies across each of the business units. Some of them are working hand in hand with robots on a daily basis, while others are heavily reliant on them to complete their daily work within a service level agreement. And then on the far spectrum, you've got some of those that appreciate the help and support that can afford for their backlog to build up a little bit if they need to pivot their workforce elsewhere to meet demanding volumes. So overall, I'd say that the impact is extremely positive and making a huge difference to helping our teams utilise their time for more human judgment required tasks and also in having richer customer conversations.
Mm-hmm. And you're also looking to expand intelligent automation. Tell us a little bit more about this and why.
It's a really tough question as we're constantly expanding our use of intelligent automation across the organisation to increase the value for our teams and people. However, we're currently looking at the areas that require the most support and have a wide range of operational and connective processes across ASB.
Okay, so Rachel, lots of players out there. Tell us why you at ASB chose Blue Prism instead of other providers.
Yeah, so at the time we were starting out with Blue Prism were the leaders in the market compared to some of the other tools that were available. Blue Prism was the only enterprise scalable solution Others had more of a robotic automation capability, and it felt like it had a limited range for where the processes could start. Or the application themselves were really heavy in coding and needed previous developer experience, meaning it would be harder for us to grasp from a business concept. That, along with the upfront honesty from the team at Blue Prism about where they fit in the world of automation and not claiming to be a tool that could eventually be something or could maybe be customized to do anything else, made it really fit for our purpose.
Mm-hmm. And how have you used complementary technologies to Blue Prism within business banking?
I believe this is the financial statement entry process. This is a process that has combined the use of ASB for its intelligent optical character recognition to read multiple versions of financial statements. This then goes on to use Blue Prism to take this information to submit it into a smart IQ form for our ASB specialists to review that information and the coding suggestions. They make any last minute adjustments to the non-categorized entries before submitting the workflow to trigger Blue Prism again to load the final information into our internal system, Optimus. And that's just one of many examples we have of using our complementary intelligent automation toolkit.
Rachel, just switching gears slightly, what are the innovative ways that you've used digital workers to enhance your staff morale at ASB?
So this is a favourite one of mine because it came out of a time that was difficult for all of us. And it was in a team discussion during lockdown about how we could make our own team morale a little bit brighter, being stuck indoors. And we all agreed not to stop there and to see how we could bring cheer to the entire bank. With this in mind, Quincy Jarrow, one of my awesome automation specialists, took a very brave lead to spread cheer to ASB by creating an automated workflow for your bank anniversary. So otherwise it'd be known as your work anniversary, but the process generates a nice templated email to managers 1 week ahead of an employee's bank anniversary and provides a smart IQ form link for the manager to customize a personal greeting for the member in their team celebrating. Once the message has been loaded on the day of the bank anniversary, the individual will receive a branded celebratory email congratulating them and thanking them for their service at ASB. And don't worry, if a manager is busy or on leave, a generic message is sent, so no one is forgotten. But it's such a simple yet really effective process that does help our people feel appreciated for their service and commitment at ASB.
Yeah, so that's great. And I hear that you've won an award, the CanStar's Most Satisfied Customers Merchant Services Award. How did Blue Prism help you in that?
Yeah, so this is one of the processes that I mentioned earlier, where during the COVID-19 pandemic, we had the volume demand increase 800%. Until this date, it still hasn't dropped off. So that demand is still present, which is crazy. The new ways of needing to accept payments to keep people safe from touching payment terminals was a key driver to the uplift in the volume for this merchant operations team. And during the pandemic, we had a list of processes come in to our automation pipeline as urgent COVID processes that the business urgently needed help with. And this merchant maintenance request became top priority, with no surprise with that huge demand increase. The team were able to automate this process within a week and get some much needed support to the operations team. And this helped reduce the call times from 17 minutes down to 2 to 3 minutes, which is given at the worst points of COVID, we had phone queues of 200 customers waiting, which isn't the kind of service that we want to provide. So the solution definitely helps them manage demand and pivot to more supportive customer conversations. And I was really proud to see ASB as the winners in this space, as the operations team had worked tirelessly to support their customer base through such a difficult transition.
Mm-hmm. Well, some great results there. Rachel, I wanted to ask you on a personal career level, because you've had a really interesting journey, extraordinary journey within RPA. How many people are actually in your team? What percentage of them are female? And what model for return on investment do you deliver?
Thank you for such a generous statement. The team we have consists of about 130 people across all of automation. However, in the Blue Prism specific team, there's roughly 35 amazing people. Across the whole of automation, I'm very proud to say that we have about 40% female and 60% male. which is really great balance in this world of technology. But in terms of the model, no one really sticks to one model 100% of the time, but we do primarily use Agile as our approach for the majority of our work. And I am really passionate about live proving where possible. In this instance, that's referring to stepping through with the business to test the processes in production rather than struggling with data and QA. Obviously, depending on processes, as some types of processes, we do need a full QA applied, especially anything financial or transactional within the bank. But like others, when needed, we would follow a more waterfall approach to suit the team that we're working with.
Yes. So what's next is the question, isn't it? What's next on the transformation and automation journey for you guys at ASB Bank?
So I'd have to say a better question. We definitely made our mark on the world of automation so far. And we're here to keep pushing boundaries and challenge that status quo and open endless possibilities for intelligent automation at ASB.
Okay, Rachel, thanks so much for joining us. Lovely to have had you with us doing such impactful work with Blue Prism. Many thanks.
Thanks for tuning in to Transform Now. For more insightful discussions on digital transformation and more, check out our podcast channel where you'll find all of our previous episodes. To make sure you never miss an episode, subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast player. And if you like what you heard, please leave us a review. For more information about digital transformation and the future of work, check out blueprism.com to learn how Blue Prism's digital workforce is enabling enterprise transformation now.